first these. Hey.
Balconies? The word you're looking for is balcony.
Balcony, yeah.
Shitty seats right there behind that. Did you know that you weren't going to be able to see this fine-looking specimen the whole night? What about Gabriel McNair over here on the fucking keyboards? You can't see him at all.
I like these old. I like the idea of like if we were in the theater, we would be like prancing around, talking, like working the room or whatever. Back or in our pop days, like 2 months ago. But like now we just stay right here. Yeah.
It's really funny because the first time we talk a lot about our first musical experiences, but some of our earlier. I don't like when you leave your stuff on my area.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I've been wanting to say something to you. Here, I just want to show you something.
Oh, you just hide those under there?
Yeah, it's become a game. I think there's about 4 or 5 under there, but when you started throwing picks at me and telling me not to put it on your keyboard, I've actually been secretly over there shoving picks underneath your set list. And it's been like that for days.
I don't like it. It's like an annoying squirrel every time I come over here. Nuts laying all over my keyboard.
Oh God, it's brought me so much pleasure. You guys have no idea each time. And there's still more. She thinks she got them all, but there's definitely more.
Listen, actually was gonna retape this because I'm very, very, very like anal, and I don't like that the white tape. I can now, and I'm like, why are all the edges turned up? But it's because you've been picking at it. It's very weird. Yep. Anyways, oh my God, that's so what a boring thing to talk about. Anyways, so
they were laughing.
Yeah,
that was hilarious for me.
Yeah. It's so nice to be playing in theaters. Over the years we've played in theaters, usually supporting other people, and then we went through a sort of phase where we played theaters, but we realized that the music we were making wasn't totally conducive to the experience, even though the rooms were really, really nice. But it's so nice to be back in these spaces and in these rooms. And I was thinking today actually about how one of our very first tours opening for someone in a theater was with Ryan Adams back into like 2000 or 2001. And
it's a little later than that, but
was it 2002?
Yeah.
2002. Thank you. I think our biographer is here, so it's just making notes. But anyways, we toured opening for Ryan Adams, and I remember standing in the wings watching his show nightly and thinking, what an incredible privilege to stand in front of all these people who are just silent, just completely captivated by his performance every night. And at that point, our sort of experience had been opening for people where most of the audience just wishes you were dead, or getting off the stage, or trying to find your seat with like a pizza and a beer, and then you're trying to talk to your partner and be like, which seat is it? And then you're just like, what's that annoying thing that's making it hard for me to talk to my person? And then it's like, oh, it's us. We're the music that's playing, and you sort of hate our guts. And so for me, the idea that we would ever be in a position to do our own shows in a theater and have audiences seem quiet and nice and excited to be there for the most part it's still kind of trippy even after this many years. So thanks. We were talking earlier today about how we sort of got into music because unlike most people who get into music, there was literally no signs that would be something we would be good at, even when we did 12 years of music lessons. And I meet kids all the time who are exceptionally talented, they have amazing pitch and they can sing any song by Whitney Houston, or they're great. I have lots of friends who went to Juilliard or Berkeley or whatever, and when people are like, when did you know? And I'm it's still really rendering for me, the computer wheel, and I don't know if we're actually good, but but if you just do we're a lesson in if you just do something so much, you can be good at the thing that you're doing so much. And people people never believe me until they go to karaoke with me, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, wow, you're not really naturally good at singing." And you think I'm being like I'm putting myself down, but it's actually the truth. It's so bad. Actually, our front of house technician who makes us sound great every single night, you could ask her on your way out of the theater tonight how good I sounded singing Groovy Kind of Love in Ottawa this summer. She was felt so sorry for me at the piano bar. But it is sort of one of those.
I saw a
things.
video.
Yeah. It's just not natural for me. I like to say that I'm only good in my own documentary. I can't really act in other people's movies. But we did not know that we would get to play music for our whole life. And it was around the time that we made this record, The Con, that it seemed like maybe there was a possibility we'd at least get into our 30s and with a job as musicians. And I wish I'd been in a better place to feel good about that, but mostly it felt like a vice around my soul. But that was just because I was with Tegan all the time. But now I'm way happier, and it's a lot more fun. But this song is how we. I just exaggerate because it wouldn't be funny if I said more subtle. If I give you a more subtle description of what it felt like to tour with Tegan, so I have to just be really extreme. But
I'm saving my version for my memoir.
We'll see what happens. But I just have this image of you and I on Amazon writing bad reviews of each other's work. I was there, and that's not how it happened. Anyways,
oh yeah, it could be a book of essays. I write the first essay, and then you write an essay to follow it, basically saying everything that you think is wrong about what I said, and then I write another essay.
So just a written down version of what happens every day of our life.
Yes.
I say a story, and then you're like, "That's not Mom. No, Mom didn't do that. She said this." And then I'm like, or remember when you would tell people that you broke your left arm 4 times, and then we found the cast in storage, and you'd actually broken your right arm 3 times. And it's like
that's true. My mom did tell me that that wasn't the right breakdown of rights and lefts. What'd you say?
Well, she just did a lot of drugs, so there's patchiness to
not when we were born.
No.
Like not before. Once we were born. No, like once she was pregnant, there was no drugs. Like I have to say these things because our mom watches these videos, and she's spreading false news about my mom. But anyway, fake news, false facts, fake news. Who cares? Poor mom. I didn't find out because of the cast. I found out because I saw a photo and I pointed at it and said, I was 4 years old, and my friend who was looking at it was like, "Oh my God, that's so cute. You're so little with that little cast." And I said, "Yeah, I broke my arm 3 times on the right and once on the left." And she said, "Oh, so well, this was the first time you broke your left." And I said, No, that's my right. And she said, "That's literally your left hand in the photo." And I called my mom, and I was drinking, and I was like, "Please look at this photo I just texted you. My whole life is a lie." She's like, "I don't know. I can't keep track of it all." That's what really happened.
Which is kind of maybe in a weird way why we were so determined to put down our memories forever, in song. And why we're so determined to sort of like tell our story all the time is because we can see that once you get into your 40s, your parents just start being like, "I have no idea what happened." And so it's important to just put your story down so that even if you don't, even if you don't make a career out of it, it's just good to have an archive to go back and fact check too. But
okay. Well, here's more of our archive.
Yeah, holy shit, that went on
see
so long.
But see you in 5 seconds.
Yeah, this is back in your head, and